where I did join the Alpha Delta Pies, I did happen to meet a young man when we were having a function with the Lambda Chi Alpha House.
This magic moment, so different and so new.
He was kind of different than the other guys. He kept drawing little animals, little rabbits and bunnies, and showing them to all the girls. And I thought that was really strange. But I didn't find him offensive, and some men could be offensive. He was friendly and kind, and he played the guitar. We were stuffing a float that had a gypsy on it. I think it was something of the theme of the homecoming, and a lot of purple crepe paper. And my hands were totally purple, and he asked me to go out to coffee after. And I was sitting on my hands and trying to hide them because they were so purple. So that was kind of a first date. There were a few other dates on Friday nights, nothing on Saturday nights. So I started dating anyone on Friday night that would ask me, and suffered through a couple that I didn't really enjoy. And I think he finally figured it out. It was not his girl Friday. I expected that I'd be asked out maybe both nights. That was obviously unrealistic, and I couldn't always compete with poker or bridge at his fraternity house. He was often late picking me up, but he usually arrived with just a small little bouquet, and it always had a little chenille bumblebee on one of the flowers. So he was sweet. Well, I just remembered that we had a good time. He was a senior, and he was trying to graduate. There was a lot of pressure.
And you were a freshman.
I was a freshman. And I remember going to his fraternity house another night with one of his other fraternity brothers, because he hadn't asked me to come. And there on his lap was sitting this girl from Boulder High School. She was a year older than me, named Kathleen Taborski. She was sitting on his lap. I was not happy about that one.
She was not.
It was a rocky start.
Yeah.
He gave me his fraternity pin. We got pinned, and he said, "And this is a commitment. Not giving this to you." You know, so he was committing to our relationship, and that was probably, I think, in the spring. Yeah, we did. We had it. His fraternity serenaded us. We were in a balcony in the 80 Pie house, and they serenaded from down below, and it was a special time. There were other girls in my sorority house that he had his eye on.
But you didn't find this out till later, right?
I did not find it out till later, but I found the list and all the names, and there might have been 10. I was number 7.
Perfect.
I don't know where I found it, but I mean, by then we were married. We had a baby or 2.
We were divorced the next week.
He kept reminding me that 7 was the perfect number. Anyway, that story gets brought up a few times.
That's funny. Wait, so for you, do you remember the first time you fell in love?
I do. We were dancing it was in the 80 Pie house at a dance we had, and I just remember it was just like we were the only 2 in the room. I was just starting college. I was expected to graduate. That was a little awkward. We talked to our parents, and we had much opposition. We even went and got a marriage license, and we were going to elope. Went to the Douglas County Courthouse and got our marriage license.
Douglas County.
Yeah,
All the way
It's a long
there.
drive.
we thought it wouldn't be in the papers. We just couldn't elope, and we told him we were getting married. He never got on his knee with a ring, I can tell you that. He just said, I want to spend my life with you. And
Wise men say.
yes, the young gentleman that I fell for hard was Lou Van Sant. Louis is his first name.
My middle name.
His middle name is Loving, and he is a very loving man. He's my guy.
What are some of your favorite things about Lou?
Well, I had to give a list of maybe 20 to my sorority house when we were pinned. And the first thing on my list was that his feet were bigger than mine. All in joke, but it was true. You know, he was taller and his feet were bigger. And so I guess I had complexes about being tall and had big feet. Yeah, he wasn't one of those punks that you had to dance with in junior high
Yes.
dance class. I loved that he was kind and friendly and thoughtful and helpful. We both had a faith. We hadn't really developed it a lot as a couple until later. I didn't always feel accepted by his family. They were more the country club set, and my parents not at all. I always felt a little out of place. That got better as we aged, and they did as well. So our wedding got planned pretty fast. It wasn't a big church wedding. We just had a few family friends, relatives come. We were married in the church that I grew up in. It was a late afternoon wedding. The sun was coming through the stained glass. It was so hot. Both of us remember little of the service except the sweat dripping off the pastor's nose. My brother played the organ, and then we had a Fay dinner up at, I think it was called Blanchard's Lodge in Boulder Canyon. I wish we had hired someone to take photos, because we only have snapshots that were taken by people there, so we don't have like a big wedding album or anything. So it was nice, and then we drove to Denver to our first home and spent the long weekend. We chose September 1st to be married because it was a Friday night of a 3-day weekend. I was 19. Yeah, I was a child bride. I am still younger than he is. It's funny how that works.
That's true.